But I'm about to play the second clip of Justin Bieber talking about the darkest season of his life.
Let's get it.
There was a time where I was sipping lean, I was popping pills, I was doing Molly, you know, shrooms, everything. And it was just an escape for me. I was just young, you know, like everybody in the industry and people in the world who experiment and do, you know, just normal growing up things. But my experience was in front of cameras and I had a different level of exposure and people and like I had a lot of money and a lot of things. So then you have all these people around me just kind of hanging on, wanting stuff from me, knowing that like I was living this lifestyle that they also wanted to live, drinking, smoking.
I think when you take somebody very, very young and they start to get horrible, crazy, crippling anxiety and it goes undiagnosed and you don't know what it is that you're feeling, you start to self-medicate because it makes you feel better.
Yeah.
Just help you not to feel anything.
With all the success that we've had, we've also had some really turbulent times. When he turned 18, it started bubbling a little bit. 19 to, what was it, 21? That was probably that dark period.
We didn't speak a lot during some of the times where he was running amok. You know, there were a few times where I saw him and it just kind of hurt my heart, seeing him the way he was, you know? So I think I just kind of put a little distance with that for my own sake. It would just go without saying that my position on maybe the path he was going down, but at the same time, just letting him live his life and learn and, I don't know, just do his thing.
I know that Justin knows a good person from a, I don't even know if anyone was a bad person. It was just kids mostly, but like knows good from bad and knows right from wrong, and he's making some wrong decisions, but I never really believed that that person that the whole world hated so much was who he is.
Last week, the singer was arrested in Miami for allegedly drag racing, driving under the influence, and resisting arrest, all misdemeanors. Bieber's attorneys pleaded not guilty on Wednesday.
I started valuing the wrong things in this business because there was things dangling in front of me. If I get this, I'll be happy. If I do this, I'll be happy.
He's gone through a lot in a very short life. You don't always agree with someone's decisions in that moment. There are young people making very big decisions that affect a lot of people. And sometimes in those scenarios, you're gonna make the right decision, sometimes you're gonna make wrong.
And these are things that I think a lot of people with secure households learn at a young age. I never had that security in a family. I never had that consistency. I never had the reliability and the accountability and all these things that make you understand the way the world works. I was a good kid, but I was still like a shithead. I was bad in school. I was always a class clown. I never really respected authority like that. I was like a nice kid, but like coaches didn't really like me because I was a bad team player. You know, looking back, you know, those things kind of shape why you feel the way you feel about yourself. Like I would feel like I'm a bad person.
His mother was a child when she raised him. And she was in a very conflicted relationship with his dad. And so there was chronic stress.
The truth is I never had the tools. My parents never gave me those tools to be a good team player. When you're able to take responsibility, I know I did that, and I know that did hurt people because I did that, but I can look at that and not have shame over it.
Justin and I were never really in each other's lives until he chose to get sober and was trying to come off of the drugs, almost kind of himself.
I decided to stop because I felt like I was like, bro, I was like dying. My security and stuff were coming into the room at night to check my pulse. Like, people don't know how serious it got. Like, it was legit crazy scary. I was waking up in the morning and the first thing I was doing is popping pills and smoking a blunt and starting my day. You know, so it just got scary. I basically said to myself, I'm like, God, if you're real, you get me through this season of stopping these pills and stuff, and if you do, I'll do the rest of the work. And then I did that, and then I was good from there, but I never did the actual work. I got off the pills, but I never went to the root of everything. So then I just like kind of circle back around, which most people do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
That's that clip. So what are y'all's thoughts on that, man? I think that
powerful.
I think it's crazy how the industry can affect you that much. But like he was saying, he didn't grow up in a household where his mom and his dad was like together in like a functional household. You
Right.
know what I mean? So
Exactly.
you take a kid that didn't grow up in a functional household, that grew up in a little bit of dysfunction. His mom was a teenager when she had him.
Mm,
So like he grew up in a little dysfunctional situation. So
absolutely.
now you take a person that grew up in a dysfunctional home and you give him all this fame and you expect him to to act like like a regular normal person. You think that fame is not gonna, I mean, that type of fame will affect anybody.
Mm,
And
mm,
then you add all that on top of it. I mean, bro, I mean it'll cause anybody to turn to drugs.
absolutely.
So
And
what are y'all's thoughts?
I think it was just like a combo platter. I think it just began with his parents not being there for him, not
Yeah,
teaching him, not loving him, and not being a mother or a father to him. And I think that caused him to want to try to find comfort in others.
yeah.
And that's why I think he pursued his celebrity career because he wanted to be recognized, he wanted to be accepted. But in reality, look what it turned into, and it ended up a lot of the celebrities want to be celebrities because they want the acceptance because they've been rejected so much. But
Hmm.
ironically, they end up being isolated because they're too famous now.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
ironic.
Yeah. I mean, Justin Bieber could not step foot out his door. He was so famous.
It's a cycle.
I mean, bro, dude would try to go to the store and get out the car, and there's cameras all around him taking pictures, pictures. And he just got so frustrated with it that he just would lash out at times.
Yeah.
And then people would look at him and say, "Oh, why is he acting like that? Why are he acting like that?" Blah. Well, how would you act? You just trying to go to the store and get some chicken, and you got thousands of cameras flashing at you.
If you're
How would
just
you
the
handle that,
average, if you're just the average Joe on the
bro?
street, and somebody was doing that to you, that'd be considered harassment.
Exactly. And the paparazzi will follow him. He driving down the road. They following him, pulling up beside him, taking pictures. It's like, bro, I'm driving. I'm trying to go get some gas or something. Like leave me alone.
Like, bro, I'm just trying to go to Wawa and get a coffee, and I got like spots in front of my eyes now. Like,
Yeah. But see, and then that's where it comes in about being an object. Because
yeah,
all these paparazzi is trying to do, they're trying to boost their career by getting a good shot of you.
yeah,
They're trying to
yeah,
boost their career by getting a picture that ain't nobody else ever got.
right,
They're trying to boost their career thinking about themselves.
yep,
I mean, he would
yeah,
even try to go to church and there'd be paparazzi there. And he said, and I saw one video where he said, he came out of the church and he's like, man, can y'all just let me go to church? This is my peace. This is where I
mm,
go to get peace.
yeah,
And can y'all just let me go to church and come out of church in peace?
yeah.
Like he said, I go into church to get peace and I come right back out to
That's
hell,
crazy. That's
come
crazy.
right back out to chaos, to the cameras and all.
Yeah,
And that's when you become a prisoner of your fame. That's when you become a prisoner of fame
yeah,
because he could never unbecome Justin Bieber.
yeah.